Hi everyone, Jessica Huffman here with Epicure at Amy's Cooking Class. Thank you guys for tuning in virtually, and thanks to everyone here who is live with us tonight. We got to chit chat for a few minutes here, but Jessica with Epicure, and I am a leader with the company, and we have been in the United States. Actually, next month on the 9th will be our 1-year anniversary for being in the U.S. We've been in Canada for 23 years, and we'll be having they're calling it our season 3, which will start in mid-September. So lots of excitement, tons of brand new products came out in the catalog that's available right now. And tonight we're gonna be doing the Easy Asian lettuce wraps. So we're actually gonna prep the meat right off the bat. And we are going to be using our multi-purpose steamer. So it does come with this fabulous tray, and this is great if you like to do one and done kind of a meal. You can put your meats on the bottom, drop in your tray, put your veggies on top, cover it up, and pop it in the microwave, and your whole meal is done in one go. And then with some tongs, you can easily remove the tray and get to dinner. So today we're actually not going to use the tray portion, so we're just going to set that off to the side. We are just going to be using the main piece here of our multi-purpose steamer, and we are going to be getting some ground turkey in there for our little stir fry, or little lettuce wraps, I should say. All right. So we're guesstimating about a pound here. And this is our ceramic Prep Pro knife, no sharpening required. This thing is like my favorite. I didn't even realize I had 2 in my party bag, and I have 3 in my kitchen. Wow. I was like, oh, I guess I don't need any more of those, do I?
Wow. Is that in the book, that knife?
Yes, it is. The Prep Pro paring knife. And this is one of my favorite knives. They just did such a great job with this knife. Love it. I have so many people who end up grabbing one at a party, and then there's a wedding coming up or a birthday, and they're like, oh, so-and-so loves to cook. I need to buy some more of those knives. So they are definitely a very popular item that we have. So set that off to the side. So we've got our ground turkey in here, and now we are going to be adding in our soy sauce. And this is our 4-in-1 spice spoon. You have your tablespoon, teaspoon, and then on the back you have a 1/2 and 1/4 teaspoon. So helps keep clutter down. Okay, there's our soy. And we need a tablespoon of the Asian stir fry seasoning. Of course, I did the wet ingredients first. All right. This is one of my favorite seasonings. I love this stir fry seasoning. It is fabulous. And then this is our ground meat separator. I'm going to use this to mix in the seasoning into the meat, and then as it browns, then we'll use it to break it up once it's browned. So I'll clean this in between here. So give that a good mix. Get all that seasoning in there. All right. The only bad thing about turkey is it's so sticky. It never wants to come off. All right. Okay. So this is going to go into the microwave. I'm going to do 3 minutes. We're going to check on it, and we're going to break it up a little bit, and then if it needs a little bit more time, we're going to pop it back in. Okay. All right, so next we're gonna get ready here our coleslaw here. And for the coleslaw, we are gonna be doing some rice vinegar and soy sauce and a little bit of oil with our sesame ginger. Sesame ginger is another favorite of mine. It is great as just an overall seasoning for anything, but also a really delicious dressing. I don't know if you saw how full this was. Every jar comes like to the top filled. This was a brand new jar that I opened up just today to get ready. All right, so we've got 1/4 of a cup of rice vinegar. Forgot to ask you for a measuring cup. Where are those? Okay. Thank you.
1/4.
Perfect. Thank you.
Or there's a liquid one.
All right. Little. I think we're good.
Yeah, underneath that.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Yeah,
liquid one.
this will be good. This will work just fine.
No.
All right. So our rice vinegar. Alright. And then just a tablespoon of oil. Alright. And then just give this a good toss. And then this is just gonna kind of sit and like marinate in those flavors. Alright, we're gonna set that off to the side here. Alright, and then we also are gonna be making a chipotle aioli. And that is like your little sauce to go with your tacos. And it does have a little zip. So if you don't like spicy, maybe just take a little bit and give it a taste, because it does have great flavor. So you can use a little bit less of the seasoning if you don't like as much of a spice. So I will try to make it on the low end of spice tonight. And then you guys can kind of tell me what you think. I'm just gonna make it in one of these. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we actually, yeah, we're not gonna make the full. We're not gonna make a full thing. I don't think we're gonna eat a cup of it. But I love that all the products come with recipes right on them, and many of them have multiple ways to use them right on the bottle. And then there's tons of other recipes available on our website as well. All right. I need another spoon. I'm sorry. Where are they? I can grab it.
Underneath the cupcakes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So. Sorry about that. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and make a smaller serving size of this, just because we're not feeding an army. But the nice thing is, like, if you do like a lot of tacos or BLTs, this is my favorite thing to do on BLTs. Is use the chipotle aioli in the mayo and then spread that on your BLT. Oh my gosh, it will change your life.
So what's that seasoning called? I'm sorry.
Chipotle aioli. So,
That sounds like I just wanted that.
and it's really good as just a dry seasoning as well. When it's just my husband and I at home for dinner, like we'll coat like chicken breasts in this or ribs. And
That's spicy, right?
yeah, it does have some spice to it. If you
Oh, yeah.
want to smell it.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I'm not
Oh
a
yeah. Yeah, it does have some spice, but if you mix it in with a mayo, it definitely cuts
it.
Yeah, it does cut that. All right. So actually, we'll just leave that prepared.
See, I love that. That's
Leave that right there.
nice.
All right, so it sounds like our meat is ready to be checked. And the great thing about the steamer, like, I have a 10-year-old who's running around at home, mom this and mom that. So sometimes I'll purposely set the microwave a few minutes less, because if you leave it closed, it'll cook for an additional 3 minutes all by itself with just the steam that's in there. So I can be running around momming while this is still cooking.
Good to know.
So it's nice when you know you're going to be busy doing other things, or you're prepping something else on the counter while this is in the microwave. You know that it can sit for a few minutes. It's not going to overcook it. It'll just, it's going to keep it warm, and if it's not fully cooked yet, it will do the job. So here we go.
Yes.
All right, and
Yes.
Huh? What?
Enjoy.
clean this
Yeah.
off. All right, and this looks almost completely cooked through in just 3 minutes. The one thing that you'll notice is if you have a big ball of meat, or if you have like a pile of chicken, it will need to be broken up or separated a little bit. But for the most part, there's not a lot of pink in there. And that was just 3 minutes, and then maybe a minute or two just sitting there while we were prepping that chipotle aioli. So this thing, and all the juice. So we could have also done this, the ground meat, on the tray. We could have put the tray like this, and then you can pull the tray out, and all the grease or whatever would stay in the bottom. But this isn't just grease. This also has the oil and the soy sauce and the seasoning. So we kind of want it to sit in there so it really marinates the meat. So that looks really good and broken up. So I'm actually just going to pop this in for 1 more minute. And I think we're going to be absolutely perfect on that cook time. So every microwave is a little bit different. All of our cook times are generally based on 1,000-watt microwave. So that's one thing to check if you are using one of our steamers. You just want to check what is the wattage of your microwave, so you're not overcooking or undercooking everything. Because I don't want you to be like, that Jessica said it would take 3 minutes and then 1 more minute. But if yours is a lower wattage, it's going to take longer. And if it's higher, you will burn something. And that will not be fun. I don't want you to burn anything. So while that is going, we are actually going to move on to getting dessert ready. And we have just a little bowl here that was chilling for us, because that helps the pudding set a lot faster. So we're going to do some chocolate pudding today. And we just need 2 cups of milk to go with this. All right. Oh, jeez.
Did you like when you come to the house? That's nice.
Everything did. Which one?
You like it?
It's really white.
Oh.
Everything's
That's what the look is.
All right.
It is.
stuff they counted.
These sandals are so squeaky.
Scissors are banana.
Do you have a kitchen scissors at all?
Yes, right underneath. Right, your scissors, Amy? Weren't they? Yes. One time.
So sorry.
Well,
Oh, there.
I forget that I can't just rip these ones. Okay. So just 1 pouch of the chocolate pudding here. And I actually finally did one of the swaps, the mocha pudding, where you swap out 1 cup with coffee. Oh, so good! But obviously, probably more of a lunch dessert than a dinner dessert, unless you want to stay up all night. Maybe you need to stay up all night. I made that mistake. I was like, why can't I sleep? And my husband's like, well, don't you remember you put the coffee. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's coffee in the pudding that I had for dessert after supper. Yeah, that was not the best choice I ever made, but it's still delicious. So this, I'm using our piano wire whisk, and I love this thing. I have never liked any whisk I've ever bought. They all are just, there's something about them. It's either the handle or like the actual wires like just don't, they don't sit just right. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm really picky, but I love this whisk. And if you need an arm workout, it's a great workout. I mean, you really work off those calories for dessert, but it really helps if you can chill a bowl ahead of time. So metal or glass bowl, if you can get that in the refrigerator and chill it for like 10 minutes or so before you're gonna make it, it definitely helps it thicken up faster, and it will also settle much, much quicker. And we're looking pretty good. And you can make this with any kind of milk. So a nut milk, a coconut milk, or whatever fits your fancy. What's that?
Buttermilk?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'll be a real thick,
I know, it would be kinda
but it'll probably be really yummy. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So this is looking, I think we're looking ready for the fridge here. So our dessert is going to get chilling again. All right. And we're going to check on that meat here. All right. So give a little peek to the camera and Mary here.
Check it out, girl.
Looks good. That's how it is, yeah. It looks really nice.
It should be. Done. Ooh, I can smell it too. It's done.
So yeah, so this is all set to go. And I mean, even with me chit-chatting, I can't see how long the live is gone, but this was definitely under 20 minutes.
Yes.
While I'm like, I forgot to ask you for this, I forgot to ask you for that, and we still got a meal
It's a quick meal.
ready to go in under 20 minutes. So that was that easy. Do you guys think you guys could whip up a meal like that? Not too bad,
Nope.
right?
Yes.
Mary's
Not
still
even
not
with
in.
it. What?
Well, thank you everyone who jumped on to the live while I was recording here. We're going to go ahead and stop the recording. If you are available and ready to shop, the link is available in the party invite. Otherwise, Amy will be in touch with you later. Thanks guys for turning on the recording.